Hello, today we're going to be talking about what employers are looking for in applicants. The key to capturing the attention of your future employer is not as mysterious as you might think. The two most important skills that employers are looking for are the ability to communicate verbally and listening skills. You may not realize how important these skills are and how you've been learning them throughout your whole life. However, it's critical to include them on your application or mention them during an interview to make it clear to an employer that you have these skills. In a survey conducted by the Graduate Management Admission Council, oral communication and listening skills were rated as the top two skills employers want for new hires. So, work experience is commonly considered the most important thing to emphasize when applying for a job. While it is a good representation of your capabilities, paid work does not always cover all of the learning experiences you possess. Whether you've had numerous jobs before or none at all, it can be beneficial to give examples of your communication and listening skills both inside and outside of work. In the next few minutes, we will cover examples of experiences outside of work that you can mention in an application or interview to demonstrate your abilities. Similar scenarios inside the workplace should be explored and expressed when possible. So to start, verbal communication. Virtual Speech identified many characteristics of an effective communicator in their article, How to Develop Effective Verbal Communication Skills. A few of these being clarity, confidence, and the ability to adapt their communication style to different situations. Consider roles in which you are a highly effective communicator. This may be within an interaction with friends or family. So, when you want to spend time with a group of your friends, it is necessary to find a day and time that works for everyone. To do this, you have to ask questions, give feedback, and collaborate with your friends to figure out what you're going to do. Communicating with a group and figuring out how to manage everyone's input to find the best solution is a skill that is necessary for a productive employee. Pick an example that best highlights your skills to include on your application or to share during an interview. Include brief details of how you communicated and how you were clear and effective. Up next are listening skills. So active listening is not only hearing what is being said and using eye contact to show concentration, but it's also demonstrating your understanding through methods such as paraphrasing or by asking relevant questions. Thinking about how you have seen listening skills being used and how you may have used them yourself, try and think of an example. So one may be when watching sports on TV. So when you're watching a team sport, you often see a coach call a timeout to give feedback to the players. These players have to ensure that they've received and understood the information their coach is telling them, even in a high-pressure scenario such as the middle of a match. So the listening skills demonstrated by players in a game or that you've used in your own life can show an ability to communicate with coworkers. Prepare an example that best represents your listening capabilities to write on your application or answer an interview question with. Be sure to add a few details of how your listening helped achieve specific goals. So, in conclusion, in addition to the work experiences you would typically include in an application, there are many other ways to display your verbal communication and listening skills. Demonstrating your ability to be an effective member of a team, both in and outside the workplace, will help make your application or resume stand out. Provided that you have the other essential requirements for the position, your listening and speaking skills could make it more likely that you'll be seriously considered for a job. This video was written and produced by Kira Wilkins, and special thanks to the Evanston Employment Resource Center staff and Sean Riney from Xavier University's Igle Center for Community Engaged Learning.